How does China generally feel about the South Korea-US summit? The very next day, after President Lee Jae-myung's special envoy delivered his personal letter, a state-run media outlet advised South Korea to maintain strategic autonomy. Ahead of the Korea-US summit, this was a message not to rely on the United States. Reporter Kim Han-chun in Beijing explains what this means.
Yesterday, as President Lee Jae-myung departed for Washington, a Chinese envoy headed to Beijing. The China-bound envoy was sent as Seoul held consecutive summits with Japan and the US. Analysts suggest that the move was made to prevent the strengthening of South Korea-US-Japan cooperation from appearing as a neglect of China, and China responded positively immediately after the envoy was announced.
China welcomes former National Assembly Speaker Park Byung-suk's visit in his capacity as President Lee Jae-myung's special envoy.
However, the atmosphere is delicate.
Unlike during the Park Geun-hye and Moon Jae-in administrations, when there were audiences with President Xi Jinping, this time a meeting with Xi did not materialize. As a result, President Lee's letter to President Xi was instead received by Wang Yi, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
I will deliver President Lee Jae-myung's personal letter to President Xi. Please ensure it is conveyed properly.
In addition, the Global Times, a state-run paper reflecting the Chinese government's position, argued in an editorial today that South Korea must maintain strategic autonomy. It advised that China-South Korea relations should neither target a third country nor be constrained by one. This is read as a warning that if the summit drifts towards sacrificing China's core interests, such as Taiwan or the South China Sea, Beijing will not sit idly by. Since President Lee took office, China has maintained a wait-and-see attitude toward bilateral ties, but if China-related measures emerge from the summit, it appears likely to move in earnest. From Beijing, Kim Han-chun, MBN News.